I want to first start and thank everybody for coming tonight and taking time out of their busy or not so busy schedule during this quarantine stay at home time. I do appreciate the support. I'm dying to share this amazing company of Peach with you, but I'd like to start with telling you just a little bit about myself. I actually created a company called Pure Intentions Wellness Solutions, and under that roof, I am certified in integrative nutrition and applied functional medicine, and I'm also a yoga instructor. And they all came in my life at just the right times, and they all play an intricate part. You know, some people say, "Why do you have so much under one roof?" But they really have a place for everything. Um, 2.5 years ago, my dad passed, and I spent the last 10 days, I was fortunate enough to spend the last 10 days with him. And it was a journey. And after he passed, something passed with him. And I couldn't explain it at the time. I literally was pretty depleted, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I needed to get back out in the world again. I had tailored my business back a tiny bit, just, to help him. And so I had to get myself back out there. But when you're running on empty, it's kind of hard to put yourself out there. So, like most people, the best place to procrastinate is in social media. So one day I was circling through Facebook and I came across this awesome outfit. I can't even remember what it was. I just remember it like, wow. And it was a colleague of mine, and I reached out to her, and she got me in touch with Trish, who was with Peach. And I had conversations, but I didn't know why I was drawn to it, and I didn't really. It was around Christmas time, so who should be spending the money on themselves then? So I was back and forth. When I finally did take the plunge, I thought, I'm just going to share it with family and friends. In my industry, people come to me, they're bloated, they don't feel good. I thought it would be a nice way to wrap them in some love and help them to feel good while I found out the reasons why they weren't themselves. And when I got my kit, because I decided to do a kit, it was $199 at the time for $200 worth of clothes. So to me, that was a no brainer. And when I got my kit, I couldn't believe how amazing they were. Like crazy. So I called my girlfriend. I'm like, you have to get over here right away. These clothes that I just got are incredible. So when she came over, she literally said to me, and you're going to put these in a closet. Why? Take them out on a rainy day? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You need to bring these out to everybody, and you have to do a launch. And I didn't want to at the time, but she convinced me. And the week of the launch, I thought I better dive in and learn a little bit more about the line that I'm going to be representing in a few days. And so when I was watching the launch, Daniela, our amazing designer that I will talk about in a moment, put up this bra, sports bra. Nothing fancy, but I was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And it's kind of funny to me because sports bras up until this point have always been very uncomfortable for me. So it's something I run away from instead of being attracted to. And when she said the name of it was called Mariposa, I got goosebumps because when my dad passed, I asked him to come to me in a butterfly, or vice versa when we needed to communicate. And I wasn't quite sure that that was going to happen. I did have a couple signs afterwards, but this was my first like real hair stand on end. And the day I went to pack my car for the launch, I realized that the name of the spring line was Heart of Havana, and my mother was actually in Havana that night. So I looked up and I said, okay, those were two signs in a week. After he had passed, I remembered love and laughter always coming up, but I didn't know what that meant. And what I realized after reflecting on the night of my launch is I loved watching people sit back, take time out of their busy day, and not only supporting me, but just having fun, laughing, right? Being with their girl, being with their community. And from that, I spun a lot of gatherings. And I thought trunk shows, I didn't even think that that was going to be a possibility for me. It wasn't really what I was thinking at the time. So going through all those, I realized that I was missing my girl tribe. That's what my dad's message was. I needed more laughter in my life. I needed more love in my life. I now get to give other people permission to have timeouts, and that is just, oh, it makes me feel so good. So that's what I'm giving to you tonight, and I'm so happy that you're here. and I would like to share a little bit about the designer. Her name is Daniela, and before she was with us, she was with Spanx, LL Bean, Victoria's Secrets. Like, she gets it, and she puts these little touches in to some things that I'll show you later, and she is amazing. She inspires us. She just gives us a great gift. Peach was built on the premise of a platform and a mission first. Our CEO, Janet Krause, was approached. She was a Harvard professor of entrepreneurship at the time, and she was approached to start a business. And she had already built 2 other businesses, and so she gets it. She knows, the mistakes that she made with one, and she knows the amazing things she did with the other. And so when she was approached to build this business, it started out as a bra and underwear company. Kind of glad I wasn't involved then, because I probably would have said no. But the women that were a part of it said it was awesome. And the thing that Janet said at the time was, yes, Derek, I'm on board, I'm all in, but I want to make it a mission and a platform first. And I would like to get into the athleisure industry eventually. She's a brilliant person. And so we actually, that's what comes first. And you know that from the customer service on up, that she's put a lot of time and effort. One of the things she has us all do is our 25 or 26 character strengths survey, our VIA strengths. And that's a really neat thing, because normally we've all been brought up to look at what do we suck at and how can we improve that, instead of let's take our top 6 strengths and let's build on those amazing things and the rest will come. And so that's a really nice, like I'm always saying, flip the script. So that's a really nice flip the script situation, and or concentrating on the positive. So we go across the US and we do Thrive events, and we share and empower women. Doesn't have to be just women, we do men too, but most of our community is women. And we lift them up. So our little tagline is, we like to elevate your everyday. And I like to tell people, I like to help you feel, look good, and thrive from the inside out. So that gives you a little background on Peach. We are local out of Waltham, and we just have incredible quality in the athleisure wear industry. We're right now having a 25 to 80% off sale wide. Or store-wide, excuse me, including our sale items. So that's kind of amazing too.